Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Jenna, you are watching Workspacery TV, and today I am so excited to share 5 ways that I maximize my time while working at home. For any of you who also work at home, either part-time, full-time, for yourself, for someone else, doesn't matter. If you work at home at all throughout the week, you probably understand how challenging it can be to stay on top of things, to have really focused, productive days, because we're surrounded with so many distractions and so many other ways we could be spending our time. It can be really hard to focus in and have those really productive days and really maximize the time that you have during your workday at home. Now, a really great benefit of having productive days is that you get to go to bed that night feeling awesome about everything that you got done and you had a really successful day, you feel accomplished. That's a great benefit too. But what I personally really love about having just really productive days, about maximizing my time, the reason I do it at all is 2 reasons. One, I know I'm making intentional progress every single day toward my goals. I know that every action that I'm taking, everything I'm checking off my list is moving me toward a bigger picture. 2, I get to spend the time and energy at the end of the day guilt-free, doing things I love, like spending time with friends and family, binging on Netflix if I want to, playing tennis, going to Target, whatever I want to do. And that feels really good. Because even though I love what I do, I also love those moments when I can just shut down and relax and be around the people who energize me and lift me up. You can't be go, go, go all the time. And so I really look forward to that downtime when I can recharge and reset. So let's dive right into the 5 ways I maximize my time every single day while working at home. The first thing is actually something that will already be set up for you after you do it one time, and that is to create a work-ready space for you. Now, if you watch my video on my home office reveal and tour, you'll see that I very intentionally designed my space to be set up in different stations based on the type of tasks and the type of work that I do every single week in my business. Now, this isn't just a clever design or layout that I thought was pretty or like a fun idea. It was very strategically designed so that I could jump into these different tasks anytime that I need to throughout the week. So I have a production station when I can hop up and do my binding and my punching and my foil stamping. Everything is already set up. It's ready to go. All I have to do is hit an on button, grab a product, whatever. Same with my packaging station. I can package orders on the fly because everything is already set up and ready to go. This helps maximize my time because I'm eliminating the setup time that I would normally use to get everything ready to make these things happen. For you, your setup may be very simple. Maybe most of your work is done on a computer, and so you just need an efficient, productive space where you can sit down at a clean workspace and work every single day. That's great. But maybe you also take notes on the fly, or you do a lot of video calls. So you need a setup that is conducive to that. So every time you have a video call or you have to break out all your tools for taking notes, you don't have to gather all the things or reposition anything. Everything is already set up for you. So think strategically about your workspace. How can you eliminate some of that setup time that you might be wasting throughout the week to make these things happen? And a bonus tip that I always like to mention when I talk about your workspace is I love to spend 5 minutes at the end of every day cleaning off my workspace. This means I'm going to come down to my office every morning and it's going to be clean and clear, and I'm going to start with a clear mind and not feel cluttered or like I'm tying up tasks from the day before. I get to start the day fresh every single day because my desk is clean and ready to go. The second way I like to maximize my time throughout the day is to start early. Now, I know getting up early isn't exactly everyone's cup of tea, and that's okay because I'm not asking you to get up at 4 a.m. and get like a super early start on your day. But the point here is to get up and get moving and start your day and just start making progress right away. Don't lay around, hit snooze 15 times. And you know what? I've been there before, so I get that it can feel really good, but it definitely impacts my productivity that day. The days that I can actually get up, get going, make my cup of coffee, sit down at my desk, and start on my hardest tasks for the day always end up being my most productive days. And another benefit of starting your day early is that you're starting with a fresh mind. You haven't spent half your day already making decisions here and there and trying to tackle this and solve that. You're starting your day with a fresh mind. You hopefully had a decent night of sleep. And so now you get to dive into your work, tackle those hard tasks, those hard problems, and really just make things happen first thing in the morning. Okay, so the third way to maximize your time while working at home is to have awareness of the day and week ahead. Now, I was actually going to say start with a plan, have a list in mind, have everything all laid out for you, but that's not always possible and it's not always realistic for everyone. So here's what I want you to do instead. If creating a massive list and organizing everything into time chunks for your week is a little bit overwhelming, instead, A, take it a day at a time. Don't try to tackle the whole week ahead of you, but B, just focus on having awareness on the days and week ahead. Identify what the appointments and meetings and coffee dates are, when they are, where they are, just so you have some mental awareness around when to expect those, what your week ahead holds. So maybe Wednesday is full of appointments. You know you're not going to be able to get a lot done that day. So you prioritize your bigger, more important tasks and priorities for the other days of the week. So just get some mental awareness and clarity around the days ahead so that you can go into the week feeling prepared, aware, and ready to go. Now, the fourth way I love to maximize my time is to batch tasks. You may have heard of this before. It's a pretty simple concept. Everyone does it a little bit differently because it really depends on the type of tasks that you encounter in your day and week through your work. So for me, I do things like photo shoots, video shoots like this one here. I answer emails and write blog posts and prepare content and package orders and do binding and foil stamping on products. I do all kinds of things. In addition to that, there are errands and coffee dates and meetings and everything else. So I like to batch how I'm doing these tasks throughout the week. For me in particular, this means scheduling meetings, appointments, and those kind of things in the afternoon because, as I mentioned earlier, I am my most productive at home in the morning. So if I can get myself up out of my office in the afternoon, that is a great way to re-energize myself and just change up my day a little bit. If I have a bunch of orders coming in that week, I don't prepare an order every time it comes through on my computer. I have specific days of the week when I prepare orders and ship orders. Same with photo shoots. If I have different photo shoots, 2 or 3 throughout the week that I have to do for different products or whatever, I'll do those all at once. I won't just do them randomly throughout the week because I know that the setup time for photo shoots can take a while. So I want to eliminate that by doing it one time throughout the week and getting it all done at once. A helpful thing for you to do when thinking about batching tasks is to just sit down for 5 or 10 minutes and start writing out all the things that you do throughout the week, all the different tasks that you do. Maybe you do a lot on the computer. You do emails and you write content and you plan things out and you work in Excel and you prepare presentations or whatever it is that you're doing. And maybe you have other things that get you up out of your chair that you have to do around your house, around your office, or even out in the community, whatever. Start to look at what all those different tasks are and group similar tasks so you can start to batch your tasks and be more efficient about your time throughout the week. And finally, my fifth tip for maximizing your time while working at home is to outsource what you can. Now, if you're not familiar with outsourcing, this basically just means hiring someone else to do a task for you that is not super essential that you need to do yourself. For me, this was kind of hard to get over. I take a lot of pride in all of the work that I do and that I can manage things at home and in my business and with friends and do all the things all the time. But the truth is, it's really, really helpful and wise to think about the tasks that you don't necessarily need to be the one doing every single time. There are many, many things you can outsource. You can outsource administrative tasks, you can hire a virtual assistant, you can outsource a photo shoot. There are so many things that you can remove from your plate. I always recommend think about the things that you don't need to necessarily be doing yourself. Like there are many tasks within your business or your work that probably do need to be you. They need to be your voice, your touch, whatever it is. But if there's anything within your business or your work that you don't necessarily need to be doing, think about how you can outsource that to someone else so you can free up time to focus on even more of the important stuff that only you can do. So those are my 5 tips for maximizing your time at home. If you have any comments or ideas or suggestions, drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear them. maximizing your time at home, being productive at home can be a tricky thing, especially when you're mixing your work and your personal life. The boundaries get kind of blurry. So it's really important that we find ways to stay productive and focused so we can do our best work and we be our best self while we're working every single day. Don't forget to subscribe by clicking the link below, and I hope you guys all have an amazing and productive week ahead. Have an inspired day, and we'll see you next time.